Alright, so this one's part queer coming of age, part intergalactic space adventure, but all neon glitter. Lesbian Space Princess. Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, welcome back to this episode of Screen Time. I'm your host Matt. So, Lesbian Space Princess. It is the new animated feature from director Emma Hugh Hobbs and Layla Varghese. And let me just tell you, it's not just a film, it's a whole vibe. If you're into queer storytelling, bold animation, and comedy that hits you sideways, this one might be for you. Alright, so the art style. It is something very special. I haven't seen it done in this way in a very long time. Some art styles, nowadays are just very corporate, very basic kind of thing. So when you come across a film like Lesbian Space Princess, it's very special. Not only does it remind me of Lisa Frank's work with its bold colors, but also the blue biro around the doodling, or the characters, reminds me of doodling. Making drawings, it creates a very approachable kind of art style to the viewer. It invites people in, which is not something I've seen done very often. So it's not only pretty to look at, but the art style adds to the whole viewing experience. Not only does it heighten the comedy, it heightens the drama, the whole message of the film, just being yourself. They use this art style very effectively, and it creates a lasting impression on the viewer. Really great stuff. So the script is also really strong. It knows how to switch moods. We can go from comedy, we can go from drama to sadness to happy to any form of emotion, and it knows how to switch it up whilst also staying cohesive in the whole film. We can go from very, Adult Swim-esque moments, like a drag queen cutting off a head, to very heartfelt moments of someone talking about not really, feeling the worth of themselves. And it knows when to switch, and it knows how to deal with all those complex emotions at an approachable level, which is very strong for a film of this nature. So more on the messaging, it kind of deals with a lot of mental health issues, but never in a very complex way. And that's not a bad thing. It approaches all of these kind of issues very simplistically, but that also allows the audience to grasp on to these characters and emotions a lot easier. It's a very approachable kind of approach to all these mental health issues. The feeling of not being, having self-worth, or, body image, that kind of stuff, identity, all of that. It's very, approachable, and not only, it is an adult film, but it does allow the older viewers that may not be very open to this kind of talk and the queer relationships and whatnot, it allows them to, listen and understand easier. And these complex issues wouldn't be as successfully portrayed without the great voice cast. Gemma provides, that upbeat, positive best friend / lover. She just brings a lot of energy to the role, and, her delivery of all the jokes, and kind of blank stares. It's not easy to portray, blank positivity in animation, but she does it really well. And then Sabana plays, the depressed main lead who is obsessed with a hot chick, and it's really great. Her comedic delivery is amazing. It's so funny at times, it's heartwarming, it's sad, it's just really phenomenal work from those two. And not only just those two, but also the straight white malians who are played by Auntie Donna. They are really funny, and they steal every scene that they're in. And the other people, like the drag queen, everyone really just brings their A game, and it creates an absolutely incredible viewing experience. Okay, one last thing I did want to discuss was the sound design. I haven't watched a film in a really long time where the sound design made such a visceral impact on me. that I was like, this film wouldn't work as well as it did without the sound mixing, the music choices, just how they use sound to portray emotions and like feelings and experiences that we've all felt, and up them to an 11 is really cool. I haven't really thought of sound design in that way in a really long time, and yeah, it was just really fun to watch. All right, so overall, I did think this was a really solid watch. A lot of moving parts were operating on a great level. So I do rate it 4 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. Follow me down below. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Lesbian Space Princess. I'm here at Sydney for the whole festival. So, like and subscribe, do all those good things, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.